Hello and welcome to Hatty Waiver Wire Guru. We're heading into week 6. One thing I want everyone to do is to go back and watch some of my old videos. You're going to find some gems. For instance, week 1, I recommended watching Mike Walker, and as you'll see, he's David Gerard's new favorite target. He had over 100 yards in the air, he looked fast, he had all types of grabs, and I think you're going to see that through the rest of the season, and the kid is young, he's only in his 2nd season, so pick up Mike Walker and go back and watch some of my old videos. You're going to find some really nice gems hiding in there for you. But what we're going to do, we're going to get right into it. We're going to go in through our pickups, we're going to go in through our watch list, and then we're going to go into our spot starters. So let's get into our ads. The first QB ad that we're going to go ahead and put on our bench right now is Kyle Orton. Had his career best against Detroit. Not saying a whole lot, but you have Kyle Orton picking up a lot through the air right now. I think he's a serviceable backup, and he's probably sitting on your waiver wire, so add Kyle Orton. Moving on to running back, I think you're going to see and be happy with Cedric Benson. I know when he was back with Chicago, he didn't set the world on fire, but he was still solid. Chris Perry is Butterfingers galore. Joker drops 1 football a game, and that is not good for your long-term career. So you're going to see Cedric Benson keep cutting into those carries. So go ahead and pick up Cedric Benson. Always hard to find a running back that gets carries towards early part of the season, mid-season here. Okay, let's get into wide receiver. The 2 wide receiver ads I'm going to recommend are 2 guys that have been on my watch list before, and now we're going to add them. It's going to happen. I'm going to put people on the watch list, and then we're going to add them. So 2 wide receivers. I don't do this, but here we go. Greg Camarillo. We're going to go ahead and pick him up from Miami. He's getting a lot of targets. He looks solid. Again, let's go ahead and add him now to your bench. And also, he was a watch list last week. That was Brandon Stokley. I told you he's probably a go ahead and pick him up. Let's pick him up. We're going to pick up Brandon Stokley. He is fairly consistent and can be a great bye week filler for these bye weeks coming up. Okay, let's get into tight end. This guy has been on the watch list also, so I got a lot of watch list guys moving up. Scaife. Go ahead and pick him up, put him on there. I saw enough this weekend, enough hits from Kerry Collins looking his way that Scaife will be fine for your team. Let's go to the watch list. Now, the watch lists are just guys we're keeping an eye on. I'm not recommending you put them on your bench list. I'm not recommending you don't put them on your bench. Again, these are just watch lists. So we're going to start off with Joe Flacco. I know he got rocked against Tennessee this weekend, but let's go ahead and watch Joe Flacco. He had some moments of, like, okay, there's a quarterback in there where he's going 7 for 7 on a drive. So Joe Flacco, we're going to watch him. I want to put this guy on your radar right now, especially this is for Dynasty Leaguers. Cadillac Williams. I know you haven't heard the name in a while. He's starting to get better. We might even see him towards the end of the season. And it could be somebody, I know a lot of people in my league and Dynasty that have no running backs right now. They're just thin. They've lost people or they just drafted the wrong way. So go ahead and keep an eye on Cadillac, okay? Moving on to wide receiver. This guy starting to come along. He might have got drafted and then dropped in your league. James Hardy from Buffalo. He is starting to come along. He's a tall wide receiver. He's fast. He just needs some more looks, and that's going to come as he gets some more experience. So we'll keep an eye on James Hardy. And then at the tight end, we'll keep an eye on Marcedes Lewis. He was getting some targets from Gerard yesterday. He looks sharp. He looks like a pretty fast tight end, but I'm not ready or prepared to give him a bench spot yet. Okay, so going in to your bye week fillers. I usually tell you all the teams on bye week, but you guys need to start going to look that up. So the new habit, instead of waiting for Hatty Waiver Wire Guru to tell you who's on bye week, I need you to go look those up. It's a good habit to get into, is to start looking up those bye weeks. So here are your bye week fillers. QB is tough. I mean, we're getting to a point where QBs are solid every week, but I think keep an eye on this situation. But I think you can pick up Jeff Garcia. Brian Greasy went down. He says it's a bruised elbow. We'll see about that, but it could be someone that we could pick up and start, and those QBs in Tampa Bay do get to air it out. Running back, also out of Tampa Bay, is Warrick Dunn. I've seen enough. I like him. He's a great spot starter. He's getting half the carries down there. So let's go ahead and pick up Warrick Dunn for a bye week filler. Wide receiver is next out of New York Giants. Domenik Hixon had a great game. Looked solid. I know Plexico was out because he was suspended, so he could probably got more looks than usual, but still very solid. I like him. I've been watching him every week and think he's worthy of a bye week filler if you have some of your stud wide receivers hanging out on the bench. And then finally at tight end is LJ Smith. Guy looked phenomenal. He had a catch this weekend that I was shocked. I mean, he fell backwards over his head and caught the ball. I couldn't believe it. It was nice, and you don't really see a lot of tight ends with great hands like that. So let's go with LJ Smith. Okay, so let's recap. I recommended you go ahead and pick up Mike Walker right now. QB, Kyle Orton. Running back, Cedric Benson. Wide receiver, Greg Camarillo. And Brandon Stokley. Tight end, Bo Scaife. We're going to be watching Joe Flacco, Cadillac Williams. We're going to watch James Hardy and tight end Marcedes Lewis. And then for QBs, for your spot starters, you have Jeff Garcia, Warrick Dunn, Domenik Hixon, and LJ Smith. Those who work the waiver wire develop a great team over time, and they win. They get more wins. I want you guys to be gurus on the waiver wire. Keep tuning in. I appreciate everybody with comments that they've been giving me as well. Good luck for week 6.